Hi, this is Peter.
Hi, this is Sandra.
And we are medievalists.net.
And tonight we're discussing the Borgias episode.
Yes, it's Season 2, Episode 3, and a lot of action happens in this one, so some fun stuff, too. Where do you want to begin?
Juan and Lucrezia.
Okay, a lot of this is kind of the fallout from Paolo's death in the last episode. And right away, his body is found. Lucrezia is just absolutely devastated, and right away they discovered a suicide note pinned to his body, saying like, "Oh, I couldn't go on," and Lucrezia knows right away that something's amiss because Paolo can't read or write. So
he couldn't even make an X for his name.
Yeah.
I think she was trying to teach him or something, so she knows right away that Juan had a hand in it. Because of his hatred towards him when they met at the fountain the first time.
And I think all the characters kind of know, Cesare, he tells his dad, tells his father, and they can't really get a confession out of Juan, but the evidence seems to kind of pile up against him. So
yeah, he kind of refuses to really confess until later on, and he kind of, because of, his flippant response, he sort of draws out Rodrigo's ire, and he flips out and jumps across the table, and Cesare has to restrain him,
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
Remember, and then he punishes him and says, once he admits it, he says, you're going to Spain, and you're going to marry whoever the hell I say you're going to marry. And that's the end of that.
And Lucrezia's, her reaction is a little interesting because she won't. She's so despondent over it that she won't feed her baby, and Rodrigo is like, "Oh, my grandson is in trouble." So, and really she convinces him to, "Oh, it's not a suicide. Give him a Christian burial, that kind of stuff. So he'll go to heaven." And once he does that, she agrees to, take the child back. So she's really kind of using that. And then to kind of top it all off, she tries to get a revenge on Juan herself, which was a great little scene.
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed that because she's portrayed as this kind of innocent, naive, sweet girl who is sort of coming into her own, but she's not sinister. And this is the first episode where she's actually really, like, I know she had a role in screwing up her ex-husband's Giovanni Sforza, but this was on a whole other level. I thought she was like actually pretty diabolically Borgia.
Yeah. She stepped it up, and you can see just a very subtle kind of using just using her wits to kind of see a possibility to kill him, almost, and make it look like an accident. And Juan knows it's not an accident right away. So.
Right, and she's just constantly dropping insinuations about, I'm gonna strangle you and kill you and do all this, poison your wine and have some wine, and and he's like got to sleep with one eye open, the poor bastard. But you know what? He's a horrible character. I can't stand him.
Poor Juan.
He just, you know what? He's, and I strongly suspect that he's not really a Borgia.
Yeah, they've been insinuating that along, that somehow he was actually the son of the real husband of the mother, as opposed to Rodrigo. But and of course he's that's one of the reasons he's so protective of his family honor and his personal honor, right? Because he's got these things, and now he's gone for probably a few episodes at least. So.
Yeah, there was a big fond farewell for him in the streets, and some of the best lines. I love that they gave Francois a note. The line's like, what was that line again? As Juan's riding off in the sunset.
I'm surprised. It was something like the sun coming up, like the sun.
Something was like, oh, it's such a sad day. It's amazing that the sun shines, and then Juan's riding off, and him and Lucrezia are like, see ya, get out. They hate him because they're particularly close to each other. And Cesare, although he realized they could never be, he at least, you know, gave them the opportunity to part.
Mm-hmm.
And Juan just, like, completely ruined it. It's like, they gave him a free pass.
Yeah.
Okay, collect $200, pass, go. And Juan was like, no, I'm going to kill him anyway.
Yeah, Juan's a kind of a cruel guy, to put it that way. And he's in the end, he can't, like with the fight scenes, he never wins. So, yeah, he doesn't seem very Borgia-like, but.
No, so that he's gone. And then we have Della Rovere, moving on to other things.
Della Rovere, he's kind of setting his own little plots and motions with Franciscans, and I think the plot is, he wants to kind of approach Savonarola in Florence to get his blessing for a possible assassination attempt on the Pope. If he can get that, others will kind of go to his side. So that seems to be coming along. So it was a lot, between them. He was talking with another Franciscan, just kind of laying out like, well, is it, are my methods, do you approve of my methods for dealing with this Pope? Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't. So
he he spends this episode running around hooded half the time with a big beard. In disguise, in Della Rovere incognito. And he's trying to drum up support for his, kill the Pope campaign.
Yeah. Well, I like
successfully too.
Yeah, I like basically you can see he comes in where the Pope is they're giving a mass where they're collecting the papal penance or something like that, just money to the papacy for their extravagances and stuff like that. And I was like, the Pope is announcing, well, if you give me money, you get a free pass to heaven, which a guy like Della Rovere, he just finds it just this indulgence to be ridiculous. So he's a very pious guy compared to Rodrigo. So.
Well, yes. Well, after his Mission Impossible move in the last episode, he was like, sometimes you have to be a badass. He's getting a little bit funny there.
Yeah.
And then speaking of, indulgence and expense, Rodrigo has an epic battle fail when he realizes he spent all the money on the pagan party, and there's no money in the coffers for the cannons.
And the poor and the pigeons, and,
That's horrible.
So, we have the King of France kind of marching back onto Rome to get revenge for, what happens in Naples to him. And he's got a couple of the Sforza, clansmen, like...
Giovanni.
Giovanni. They're in it. They want to get their revenge too. So, so they're marching on. The Pope says, "Well, let's build cannons and let's do 100 cannons to protect the city." Which and like, oh, it's only gonna be like a week before they arrive, and I was like, I'm kind of laughing to myself. They can't do this where they build 100 cannons. You can't build even one cannon in a week. And of course, they find that out really quickly. Cesare, I can't build. How many cannons will I have? Well, maybe one. So. But.
Not even that. What she tells Cesare is, well, number one, there's no time. Number two, you don't have any money.
Yeah.
You spend it on the pagan party.
Yeah, that's right.
So Cesare's got to come up with a way to prevent the King of France from coming with his real cannon to decimate Rome. So he basically makes ceramic faux cannons to look like real cannons and has them set up all over so that from a distance, when they arrive, they're just flipping out. They're what? You see the look on the King of France's face, shit.
They have this parlay, and where he kind of, here are my cannons, and they drop it all from the the banners to show off the cannons and stuff like that, and the King of France he his nerve gets he does not want it because he knows how powerful and damage these cannons can do. He doesn't know they're fakes, and so in the end he decides to take the better part of valor and move off onto out of Rome's way. So
It was funny. It was
so Cesare seems to have saved the city, and he gets a huge hero's welcome that Juan never got, right, for winning for saving the city. So
I thought it was really funny, because it was like some kind of West Side Story Renaissance version, or like some gangland, like, yeah, we're here to kick your ass, and he's like, yeah, we'll take this, and he dropped like the what do you call the banners or pennants, and it was like, wow, it's so funny, and they're inside flipping out. Yeah. The Pope's like, oh my god, and
everyone's praying and stuff like that.
What the funny part was that at the end, you realize Rodrigo I thought Rodrigo knew about the faux cannons.
Yeah, he didn't know.
He had no clue, and then Cesare comes in and is like, well, let's get some real cannons, and throws down some ceramic crap.
Yeah, the cannonball. They even did a ceramic cannonball, which was, I thought...
It's just hysterical. And then, like, you see Rodrigo's face just go white, like, what?
Yeah.
He was like, those weren't real? It's like kind of, making your straw hut look like a castle and hoping that they don't torch it.
Yeah.
And actually, Cesare is the world's best poker player. He totally pulled it off. I think he called their bluff. Was like, yeah, let's do this.
It's nice to see.
It's great.
Just aside, like for historical action, no, none of this ever happened. But like, there was no siege. No, Cesare never did this stuff. But like, it's such a like that kind of a story. You can see that like that's something that like happens in a lot of like literature and things like that, where they kind of fake it out, and it's a great little military ploy. So
it's like a hockey deke.
Yeah, and just.
Sorry, it's playoff season. I had to.
Yes. Okay. For all you people who don't know about hockey, it's playoffs. But it again, I thought it was really kind of a cool little kind of scene, things like that. So, and they seem to have saved Rome for now, because obviously Charles will probably find out sooner or later that there's no such thing. They didn't have 100 cannons on the walls.
He's going to be made a fool of yet again by the Borgias. He's going to be really ticked.
Yeah.
But it was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed Lucrezia's deviousness, Della Rovere running around incognito, and Cesare making the French king look like an idiot. It was all really good. Yeah.
It looks like, to me, it seems it was really a fun episode. I really enjoyed it. High drama, backstabbing and treachery all abound. So, which is great. That's what we want in the Borgias.
So next week, tune in with us for more treachery and deceit and all around good times. Yeah,
they might be ramping up to what's called the Battle of Fornova or Fornovo, something like that, which was a major battle in the 15th century. So that between the Borgias and King Charles and Borgia's the various allies. So that might be probably what's going to happen in the next episode or two. So more kind of exciting and maybe a big battle scene, I hope.
With real cannons.
Real cannons.
So tune in next week with us on Sunday to watch the Borgias.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.